Hey y'all, Tim Adams here with Alliance. I'm here with Rebecca Jowers. She's the director and founder of the Poiema Foundation. As you all know, each year we pick a charity uh, uh, to help out, raise money, and this last year, 2018, we picked Rebecca and the Poiema Foundation, and we set a really aggressive goal of raising $50,000 to help with their fight against sex trafficking, specifically in Texas. We wanted to keep it here, local, home, and we came very, very close to reaching the goal. We ended up raising real close to $48,000, just a couple $1,000s away of the major goal. I'm really proud of that.
We're very grateful.
Not only did the auctions participate, but all of our customers that donated per car or literally just put money into a jar, and it added up. And
It did, yes.
when we set a goal, we set it high, and we came very close to achieving that, as you guys can see on the board. So today's a proud day. Today's a day that we're celebrating, finishing up this year with this charity, and presenting a check to Rebecca. And yeah, it's been a good partnership for last year. It's been awesome.
It's been amazing for us. So I was just reflecting last January 2018, I got a phone call from Dino saying, we're Alliance Auto Auction and we want to help support your organization this year and raise $50,000. And I thought, who are you and how do you even know who we are? And so I really think it was divine intervention, getting that phone call. And it was a huge support to us because it was our first full year open with our safe house. Yeah. And that's where we used all of those funds, was going directly to survivor support for girls in the safe house.
Can you tell us a little bit about the year, how it's went?
Yes, it went great. So we helped over 20 girls in our safe house and girls that we call outreach. We had 10 residents over the course of the year. And what specifically those funds provided was counseling. We were able to provide equine therapy for 2 of our residents, and that's a little bit more expensive, but some of these girls, because of their trauma, can't even have a face-to-face counseling session.
Yeah.
But when you bring the horse in, the horse can read their emotions, and just it makes an amazing difference. And so they're able to work through their trauma that way.
Yeah.
And so we provided
Wow,
equine therapy
incredible.
for 3 girls, actually. We provided a service dog for one of our residents, and she's been and is still getting training because of the funds that were provided. It also paid for food, clothing, and shelter,
Right.
The necessities that the girls need. Lots of medical treatment, and lots of cavities that were filled. These kids come in and have never even been to the dentist. And so that's all that money went, and staffing. And that is really a huge part of our expense, is paying staff.
It's 24/7 that you have to have somebody in the house.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
all holidays. It is their home,
Yeah.
so it never closes.
Yeah.
And staffing is critical, and I tell people a house is just a house, but the people make it a home. So the staff is critically important to help provide a home, nurturing environment for these girls. So.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you. We were a part of it.
We would not have had our safe house open the entire year without this contribution.
Wow.
It literally kept the doors open and kept the house staffed.
Yeah. So this is what I'm feeling. I'm sitting here, under the Alliance banner, but this was so many of our customers that, this was a huge family and group of people that made that happen. It wasn't just Alliance; it was everybody that was associated with us doing business. And I'm just so proud of our guys.
We
our
had many
dealers.
of the men that even sent personal donations
Yeah.
aside from what was
Crazy.
donated here, which was great. Yes. So that probably is closer to 50 if you count those donations that went directly to our organization.
Yeah. So the car business kind of comes with this reputation, right? And I'm here to tell you, we've got some amazing group of guys in this business. So awesome. What's going on? What's coming? What's new for you?
That's great. That's a great question. We're really excited for 2019. We have a new partnership with another nonprofit called Poetic, which is very similar to Poiema.
Yeah.
So I told the director of that program it's just meant to be that we partner. And what I'm really excited about for 2019 is they're going to provide art therapy and music therapy and one-on-one counseling, group counseling for our girls. So that's been a huge expense for us. Well, this nonprofit will provide that free of cost. And the other thing they provide is school. So either a GED or a high school diploma. They actually have a school diploma program. And so what they lack is a safe place for the girls to live.
Yeah.
And so it's a complete picture for us to come together. So we'll provide the safe housing.
Yeah.
They're going to provide one of the most critical pieces to the program, which is the counseling piece and the education piece. And they also even have partnerships with different organizations that will provide jobs for the girls.
Yeah.
And so for us to come together really is the holistic care that's needed.
Yeah.
And so what we'd like to do is get a safe house closer to the downtown Dallas area.
I was going to ask you, are we opening another one? Yeah.
We would really like to open, and depending upon what funding looks like, if we can get even a commercial space donated and remodel it to dormitory style living. But we really need something near the downtown Dallas area. Our other safe house is probably 45 minutes north, and we'll continue to use it as transitional living.
Yeah.
So that's our big goal for 2019.
That's big. Yeah.
So.
A lot of movement. And so we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but we still need funds. We still need
to keep the safe house open. We need another Alliance Auto Auction company to step up, or donors. You know, obviously money is always, for any nonprofit, is essential, but there's a lot of ways people can serve as well. Like we had an amazing dentist who gave so much pro bono work for the girls.
Yeah.
We had an amazing doctor who was a gynecologist that would see the girls for free, and those really
we
help.
talked about car donations at some point, and here we got a bunch of car guys, so that could be
absolutely. We have 2 girls right now who have finished school, they have an education, they have a trade, and they don't have a way to get to work. And so sometimes public transportation can take up to 2 hours, and you're also many times riding with perpetrators because they know these girls
exposed.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And they know where to target, and they know most of the girls don't have vehicles, and so it's it's a great it is a great tool to help them get a better life and make their life a little bit easier, getting to and from work. So
let's talk awareness. Let's talk about, we started this project, and we did an interview like this, and you told us about the problem, the massive project that we're trying to take on here. So where are we at?
So I have to say more and more awareness really is happening, and a lot of that's through social media. So if you go to our Facebook page, we're constantly posting articles and statistics, and just recently, of course, Super Bowl is a big weekend. And really, every weekend there's girls being sold, but Super Bowl is an opportunity to bring awareness. And specifically this year, local law enforcement, federal law enforcement targeted Atlanta, and they made 169 arrests for human trafficking conviction or charges, and 18 survivors were rescued. 9 of those were children, 9 were adult women. And so that's just 1 week, one huge effort, a week-long effort. And so really any sporting event, NASCAR, NBA games, college football games, every time you've got that type of an event going on, you're going to have trafficking following those events. So one of the great things that our organization does as well is our community outreach. And so now we just added our 8th campus for 2018. In 2019 we hope to add 2 more. And that's where every weekend we take posters of missing minors, juveniles, all over the Metroplex. So right now we're covering over 400 hotels, truck stops, convenience stores, fast food restaurants with these posters of missing kids. And we partner with a private investigator. And so last year, through our joint combination effort, we rescued over 40 girls that were, I wouldn't say rescued out of sex trafficking, but lost minors that were on the streets that were found. Some of that prevented them from being trafficked. Some of them were being trafficked. So that's raising more and more awareness in the community that people that they have their eyes open and they realize it's happening has made a big impact. So the way those girls get rescued is someone sees something and they call that tip line, and then we put a report together, turn it over to law enforcement, and they're able to go in.
And this is Texas only,
Right.
right? And so I
That's
mean,
right.
we're talking.
Yes.
I know we're talking global with Atlanta and everything, but I mean,
Yes.
it's
So our
massive,
outreach
yeah.
is the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area.
Yeah.
And again, to let you know the impact, in 2016, we met with a detective on the High Risk Victims Task Force for Dallas PD. And that detective told us there were 6,000 open cases of missing minors. So that's 6,000 kids that are missing. And within 48 hours of being on the street, usually a perpetrator will approach them because they know where to find them. The 24-hour restaurants, Walmart, places that are open at 2 in the morning, especially on a cold night, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's really critical for the public to be aware. And what we say is, you know, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to call law enforcement and let them know if something doesn't seem right.
Yeah. I just feel like this has opened so many eyes. For me, it has. I'll just be personal. Like you know, we go about our business, we go about our day, and we don't see, you know. And now, like, there's an absolute awareness for me, and I think a lot of the guys that are in this business and industry. So.
And I have to say, your video that you guys produced was awesome, and
cool.
it was really great in raising awareness. And just a little short story, but we were really grateful for all those different awareness pieces. It's really helpful because that's something someone can sit and get an idea, and it shows it in a way you wouldn't think. You know, we don't understand because we're not looking for it. You know, but once you realize it's happening, you see it more and more because you know what to look for.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've wrapped up the year. We're now now into February, but so moving forward, how can we help? How can our customers that are still connected help?
Yeah, so we have on our website, we constantly have different events, different outreaches. If people want to get personally involved, they can go on an outreach on a Saturday anywhere around the Dallas Metroplex area. If they're outside of Dallas, obviously we're always looking for donations and partners that can come alongside us, like you, or even the monthly donor that gives $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
All of that goes. Most of our resources go directly to care. We also have a golf tournament coming up April 29th in the Frisco area.
You guys love to play golf.
So those of you, and we're looking for corporate sponsors too for that event. And so they can find out more about it if they just email us info@poiemafoundation.org, and they can find that on our website.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to staying connected with you.
Yes. You guys are a big part of our heart, and we really appreciate everything you do, and even whatever organization you choose this next year, you know, we even want to be a part of helping with that as well. So we're really appreciative. It was a great encouragement test last year what you guys did for us.
Thank you. A huge success.
Huge success.
Amazing connection, and I think, like I said, the awareness piece, and it feels good to make a difference. It really does. And so it's neat that our guys can come and do business, and then also be able to contribute to something that's much greater than ourselves.
Absolutely, and be a part of the prevention piece, that awareness piece. And what I love, Tim, about your heart is it's for the men.
It is.
You know, and that's critical because, you know, the demand is what drives the industry. And so for those men to be aware of what human trafficking looks like is going to make the difference. And for the men to step up, that is really what's going to change the way this looks in the city. And so we're really, really grateful because your heart is for the men. It is for us too. And honestly, you were an answer to prayer for us because we had been praying. I mean, I can tell men all day long, but when you have a man step up and speak to other men, it's powerful. And so you were that answer to prayer for our organization to have a heart for them and to raise awareness. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, our industry is predominantly guys, and so we got to stand up in front of, you know, we have 4 auctions every week, and at each location, hundreds of guys, you know, and so, man, like I said, it's been a huge impact, good partnership, and I'm proud of you guys too. Like, my gosh, you guys jumped in, gave. I want you to feel just such a part of this and continue to support. Now that we're connected, I want you guys to stay plugged in and help us eradicate this massive problem. And
that would be great. We'd love it. We feel like we're a part of the Alliance family. So
you are.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
But thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Thanks, you all.